Well, hello, people. This is Asian Redneck Show. This is Billy Bob. Just wanted to come to you again and say this is Billy Bob. Hope you're doing good. Today we're going to talk about something. I'm going to share a little story with you, and then I'll tell you what this little podcast is all about. There was an old man sitting in a house, and he was all locked up. He was towards the end of his life. He was old, and he's always dreamt of having a little bird, having a little bird. He likes little birds. He was a bird watcher. He used to get his binoculars and go look out his window and look for birds. Well, he was confined to his house because he had diabetes and he was old and he was dying. So this man, he was in his house, and every day he would open his window to his house. He had a big glass window. He'd open his window and he'd put some bird seeds on the ledge of the window. And he'd close the window. And he'd see these little birds all the time coming to his window. And he'd say, "Oh, look how beautiful these little birds are." And then he'd get up, to let the birds in. And they'd all fly away. Every bird would just fly away. So the next day he would do the same thing. We'd put some more seeds on the windowsill. He'd open the window. He'd close the window. He'd sit down. He'd watch the birds come to the window, start pecking on the window. Beautiful little birds. This little bird is a bluebird. Another one had a little blue beak. And they used to sing so pretty. They beautiful little birds. Oh my goodness, if I could see the little bird that this old man could see. But he wanted a bird in the house. And nothing every day. Well, finally the man died, and he left a letter to his children. All I wanted before I died was to live with little birds inside the house. And I could never get my dream, and they just died. So when he went to heaven, now if you don't believe in heaven, just go with me on this one, okay? So he went to heaven, and he said, "Hey, God, how come you did that to me? All I ever wanted was I wanted to hear birds singing, and I wanted to have them in my house flying around me and everything. And I died. And I came here. I love being here now, but why didn't you just give me that wish?" And God said, "I gave you everything. I gave you the money for the food so that you could buy the birds, their seeds. And I gave you a brain. And I gave you your own free will. And I brought you the birds. All you had to do was when you opened the window to put the bird seeds on the windowsill, leave the window open and put some seeds in your house. But every day you put the seeds outside the window and you close the window." So you have to understand this story has some meaning. We have to be open to new experiences and opportunities. They come all the time and in all different flavors. You can't say, "I wish I had money." And then you never. "I wish I traveled." Let's use that one. "I wish I traveled to Europe like the rich people do." And then you sit in your chair, watch soap operas all day long, and just complain about the rest of the world because they're traveling and you're not. Well, come on, open a window. Open the window in your brain. Have an open mind. What does that mean? What does that mean, Billy Bob? Open mind. I don't have no money to travel. Do you have a mouth? Do you have a mouth? You have a mouth, right? So everywhere you go, you talk to people and you tell them, "Oh, I wish I'm thinking about traveling to Italy. Yeah, that's some nice pasta. I want some pizza and what do they make over there? I don't know, papparinis or something." Something like that. I don't know. So that food they make. But, you have to start talking to people. And eventually you're going to meet somebody that's going to say, "You know what? I have a little house over there. I'll rent it to you for like $200 for the month." "What? Are you kidding me?" And you start talking to people, and people will give you the answers that you want. Open yourself to new opportunities, to new possibilities. Because they're all around us all the time. But if you just stay in a chair in your side of your house and you never go out and talk to nobody, guess what? You're never going to get anything. This is the Asian Redneck Show. This is Billy Bob. I hope it's getting some meaning. Have a good day, have a good night, and have a good life.